Time we got? I don't know. We still got like 5 minutes, but
Fuck 'em. I'll do this ad real quick and we can go live. I don't think anybody's planned their night based on trivia.
probably not.
What's going on, SML? We're back with SML Trivia. This time we've got the defending champ, Dan, who is rotating the hell out of his camera. I don't know what that was, but so that was Dan's rotating his camera. We've got Fins and we've got Hertz and DW in the background with the questions. Everybody ready for SML Trivia? Understand the rules and how it works?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, DW.
Sir.
What are our?
All right.
Oh, I got to show us our topics. I didn't even show
That's
that.
right. Well,
So the
before
first
you do
top-
that, though, let me
go.
announce this. Oh,
All right.
sorry, man. We're doing something different this time. I've got 6 different topics as usual, but something a little bit different this time. Every single one of these questions and topics was picked by a certain owner in the SML.
That's fun.
So, yeah, to switch things up a little bit. So, alrighty, go ahead, Bomber.
All right. So what we have right now, we've got our first round, $400, $800, and $1,200 questions, and the topics are Know Your Tiny, Know Your Polly, and Know Your AJ. Dan is our returning champion. It's up to you where you want to go first.
Oh gosh. Let's start with Know You're Tiny.
All right. Know Your Tiny. Which question you want?
400.
All right. Know Your Tiny for 400.
All right, nice and easy. What is Tiny's favorite color?
Hertz.
Red.
That is correct for 200.
400.
Oh, sorry, 400.
Yeah. Impressive. You Tiny's favorite color.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, easy.
Oh, wrong one. All right. So that was Know Your Tiny for 400. It's your choice.
Let's go. Know Your Tiny 800.
Know Your Tiny for 800.
How many total playoff wins in the SML does Tiny have?
Dan.
1.
That is correct for 800.
Dan's on the board with 800. All right.
Oh, let's finish it out, Alex. Tiny for what's that? 1200.
1200.
Alrighty. What cycle did Tiny join the SML and Madden game version accepted?
Dan.
Madden 19.
That is correct for 1200.
Ooh, Dan's up to 2000. All right. Still your selection.
Let's do Know Your Paul for 400.
Know Your Polly 400.
Who is Polly's favorite wife of an SML member?
Fins.
Brandy.
That is incorrect.
Dan.
Oh, wait a minute. You said, wait a minute. Is
Is
that my
that-
wife, Randy?
Randy. Yeah.
All right. That is correct, Fins. I thought you said Brandy for some reason. It came in weird. Yeah, that's
It,
correct
it
for 400.
sounded like Brandy.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
sure he did, but
Must be
DW
right.
being generous gives him the 400. So Fins, you're
Yeah.
Let's stick with the same category. Go 800.
Polly for 800.
Who is Polly's biggest rival in the SML?
Fins.
I'm gonna say Paz.
Say that again. You broke up.
Is it Foz?
That is incorrect.
Wasn't sure if he said is or was, so I took a shot.
Remember, you don't lose points for guessing. You can guess whoever you want.
All right, Hertz.
That's a bad guess, but I'm going to go Straw.
That is incorrect.
That would be a good guess.
All right.
All right, then.
I got 2 of them, but I'm gonna go with me.
That is also incorrect. Polly's biggest rival in the SML is Woods per Polly.
All right, back to the board.
Let's finish it out.
All right, Polly for 1200.
Alrighty. When Polly joined the SML many cycles ago, which team did he join as?
Dan.
Minnesota Vikings.
That is correct for 1200.
Jeez.
Ends up to 3200.
Polly was my
Feel
first
for that.
SML win.
That's awesome.
Back to the board. Know your AJ. 4, 8, or
All right,
1200.
we'll go Mr. Perfect for 400.
Mr. Perfect, 400.
Where did AJ
400.
go? Where did AJ go to college?
Hertz.
You go Ole Miss?
That is correct for 400.
You're up to 800, so board is yours.
Let's go 1,200.
1200. Skipping to the big one.
It's going big. Who were AJ's division mates when he joined the SML in 2023 in the NFC South as AJ was the Saints?
Oh, I think you said it the other day.
Oh, Fins.
I'm gonna take a shot here. I'm gonna go. Oh my god, just totally lost his name. This GIF, the guy that. Oh my god, I created all the GIFs. This guy.
Monty.
I remember Monty. Monty. I'm gonna go with Monty. I'm gonna go with Clink and Mike.
That is incorrect.
Dan.
Monty, Doink, and either Clink or Dom. Clink or Dom. Clink or Dom. I'm going to say Clink.
That is also incorrect.
Hurts, you want to make a guess
right,
on what happened before you got here?
Yeah, we'll go Monty, Clink and Doink. Either the other way.
That is also incorrect.
That's
The
what I
answer
said.
is-
I thought you went the other way.
No.
It was Mike FML, QP, and Meats, all
Oh,
in the
geez.
NFC South in
Impressive.
2023.
You guys
I
got none. All right, so
Three,
it's going to be
three guys that
Mike.
we couldn't remember.
know your AJ for 800.
Alrighty. Which team was AJ in the Which team was AJ in the SML during the M24 season last cycle? Who was AJ? Last cycle.
Dan.
Which team?
Vikings.
That is correct for 800.
Puts Dan at 4,000 going into the second round. All right, so right now Dan at 4,000 at the lead, Hurts at 800, and Fins at 400. But in the second round, all the values double. So
Wait a minute.
no, well,
Let's do this, Fins.
I have to unlock
team
them
up on-
first. Hang on.
Bomber, I think we started with the double one.
Did we?
It's only 200.
might have.
Yeah, it's okay.
So bad news. It's going to go backwards, so you have less time to catch up. But
I like it. I like it.
Here's the topics: know your fig, know your mat, and know your bomber. I don't remember who we ended on. I think it was Dan. You got the last question, so
Yep.
it's on you.
We're going to keep this rolling here in the same order. We're going to know your fig for 200.
Know your fig, 200.
Fig has one playoff win in the SML. In his lone playoff win, who was Fig's quarterback?
Fins clearly knows it.
Well, we can't lose, so I'll take a guess.
All right, Dan.
Josh Allen.
That is incorrect.
Fins.
Jared Goff.
So who was that
He
again?
said Jared Goff.
All right, sorry, he's breaking up on mine.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
a-
also incorrect.
It's a tariff.
Let's go with. Let's go with Lamar.
It's also incorrect. It was Mitchell Trubisky.
Not gonna
Wow.
lie, I would have guessed it was a trick
Wow.
question, and he never won a playoff game. But go back to the board. Dan, still your choice.
400 for fig.
All right, know your fig for 400.
Fig once told a story when he hooked up with a celebrity in chat.
Fins.
Who was the celebrity?
Dang it.
Fins.
Avril Lavigne.
That is correct for 400.
Fins is on the board up to 800, and Fins, it's on you to pick.
Let's fish it out.
All right, know your fig for 600.
Which three SML members has Fig met in real life?
Fins.
Holly, Oink, and Bean.
That is incorrect.
Dan.
Ollie, Doink, and Meats.
That is correct for 600.
That's right.
That gives Dan 4,600 in control of the board.
All right, let's know your mat for 200.
All right, know your mat, 200.
Matt got his promotion from primer to the SML, taking over the departing PJ.
Dan.
What team did Matt take over?
Dan.
Patriots.
That is correct for 200.
He's just a vault up there.
Know your Matt for 400.
All right, now you're Matt for 400.
Matt has played in 3 SML Super Bowls, winning 2 Simbardis. Who has Matt beat in the SML Super Bowls, and who has he
Vince.
lost to?
He beat QP. And he lost to. Or I'm gonna say.
What was that?
He beat QP. And he lost to Bomber.
That is incorrect.
Dan.
He beat QP and he beat Dump and he lost to Faz.
That is correct for 400. Dan is on fire.
That puts Dan at
Jeez.
5,200.
I've been here for 7 years. Like,
All right, Dan.
Know your Matt for 600.
Know you're Matt 600.
Matt recently participated in the United States Bowling Congress National Bowling Tournament. In which city was this tournament held?
Dan.
Hmm.
New Orleans.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Fins.
Baton Rouge.
That is correct for 600.
Oh.
Brings Fins up to 1,400, and the board is yours,
Go Fins.
Fins.
Versus.
Let's go. The last, I forget who the last one is. Oh, Bomber. Let's go Bomber. 600.
600. All right.
Alrighty. Bomber is a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. Who is Bomber's favorite all-time Cleveland Brown?
I don't
Dan.
even know who it isn't.
Bernie Kosar.
That's incorrect.
Fins.
Ooh, I'm gonna say. Let's go Jim Brown.
That is also incorrect.
Hurts ain't going to get it. This guy
go.
died before he was born. Go ahead.
Let's go Trent Richardson, Brown Goat.
It's also incorrect. Bomber's favorite player on the Browns, excuse me, was Eric Turner, safety.
Oh, I've said it in chat multiple times.
My second.
He died. I think he died.
He did.
Pretty
He had
young,
stomach
didn't he?
cancer. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. 2 or 400?
Let's go 400.
400 it is.
Alrighty. Bomber owns a couple first ever accolades in the SML. The first one is the only owner in the SML to win a Somebody with the Cleveland Browns. Which first ever SML accolade did Bomber achieve during this current cycle?
Hurts.
Was it the first Texan division win?
That is correct.
Let's do it.
That moves you up to 1,200, and the last topic is for 200 here.
And here we go. Bomber has one SML Sombardi. Who did Bomber beat to earn that Sombardi?
Dan.
Oh.
Dump.
That is correct for 200.
That puts Dan at 5,400. So going into final trivia, we got Dan at 5,400, Fins at 1,400, and Damon with 1,200. DW, what's the final topic going to be?
Know your prime.
All right, so this topic's going to be about Prime. Go ahead and send DW your wager amounts, and then he will read the question, and you guys can send him your answer.
What's the is our gimmick for this, or is it just?
You have 1,200.
It's about
so
Prime.
You can wager 1,200. Questions that are going to be about Prime.
All righty. Everybody's in.
All right, DW, what's the final trivia question?
All righty. Without going over, as of the beginning of season 72 in the SML, how many total career wins does Prime have in the history of the SML?
All right, go ahead and send DW your answers.
Yeah. We're ready.
Okay. Thought somebody was trying to Google it and find out. All right, so we've got the answers in. Damon, you have 1,200. We'll start with you. How much did you wager?
1,200.
Wagered all 1,200, and what's your answer?
645.
645. All right. Finns, how much did you wager?
All of it 1,400.
All of his 1,400. And what was your answer?
Not near as high as Damon. I did 384.
And Dan, what was your wager?
0.
Dan wagered 0. Likes to live on the edge. What was your answer?
Who cares? I beat Prime in this game and last time we played in the playoffs.
Well, I think that makes Damon the closest without going over.
Let's go.
DW, what was the actual answer?
The answer is 718 career wins.
Ooh.
718, and that moves Damon up to 2,400. And that makes you just short of the 5,400. But Dan was going to lose 5,000 for wagering 0. All right, so Dan's going to be our winner. So, Dan, you're going to get to spin the wheel, which is going to take
Let's
me
go.
1 second to set
No
that
whammy,
back
no
up.
whammy, no whammy.
Let's see.
Whammy.
Where is my wheel? All
While
right.
he's setting that up, does anybody else know their total number that they've won or even care?
His
Do any
total
of you-
number?
No, do any of you guys know what your number
oh.
is?
I'm guessing for
No.
me it's probably
I have
6.
no idea. It's something I've never kept track of because I don't win either. So,
All right, DW. What
To be fair,
what
my
amounts
guess
do
is
you want here?
384. Sorry.
I'm sorry. What was that,
What
Bomber?
amounts do we want?
Let's throw up a couple 50s, a couple 25s, a couple 10s, some whammies, and $1.
Oh, $1. All right.
Did you get paid from last one?
I did.
Nice.
What was the currency
It was
on that?
$1.
Or what was the upgrade? Yeah, no, but it's Canadian, so he gets more than $1.
I got $1.37.
Nice.
All right. Matt says throw up a 0 for his Zimbardi's this cycle. And we're going to spin this. Make sure, let me turn it down because usually it is a little loud. There we go.
I don't respect Matt.
All right, here we go. We're going to start the spin and see what Dan wins.
Let's go. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
I think the Dan keeps kind of touching the forehead. What's happening?
And we'll see what he's going to get here. It's slowing down.
No.
Oh.
One more. Stop. Right.
And Dan wins
25.
25. Much better than I think you got a whammy last time, didn't you?
I did get a whammy.
All right, so as usual, DW is going to also give money to the viewers. So everybody put in exclamation point DW to join. We'll wait a couple minutes till it looks like just about everybody's in. There's
Dan will be
one.
DMing you to send you your cash.
Thanks, DW. You're the best.
That's going right to one of his daughters.
Not yo, AJ. Exclamation point DW. Oh, I see Finn's is already in there.
Darn right, I put myself in there.
There's AJ's in it.
Hey, this is like $1,000 if I win. Let's
That's
go.
true. We got to take 20% out, though. All right. I think we're just about, it looks like everybody's in, so we're going to go ahead and spin it and see who wins the opportunity to spin to see what they get. And it looks like it's gonna be
Prime.
Prime.
Boo.
All right, so now that everybody's unhappy with that, what amounts do you want to add here, DW?
Same as what we did for Dan.
All right.
0, 1, 2, 0, 0.
All right, that looks about the same. So we'll go ahead and spin this.
It's gonna get better when it
Come on,
Here we go.
Wayne. Come on. You should have put onside on there too. Bummer.
Yeah. Well, then I'd have to join so I could get it.
We'll put 4th and 16 on there. Gustavo.
Here it comes. It's slowing down.
Oh, boo.
And he's going to get 50.
I told you. What did I say?
Doubles up on Dan.
What a bum. What a bum.
So that is 50 pesos to Prime. Congratulations, Prime, on your
Sold.
50 pesos.
That's the only way he's gonna win is if he's not playing.
I think we need a rematch of you two next time.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for
Bring it on.
watching. That's been SML Trivia, and we might have another one next season.